Hello, I'm Peggy O'Neill, and welcome to today's live learning session. And today we're talking about the one thing that you cannot avoid in order to be free of limitation and access your true power. There's one thing, there's no way you can avoid to be free of limitation and access your true power, and I'm going to share with you today what that is. And again, I'm Peggy O'Neill. I'm the founder of Answering the Call and also the creator of Wisdomary Leading, which is a way of understanding ourselves, of freeing ourselves to actually live the lives and pursue the careers, the lives, the loves that truly our heart's desires are calling us to do. So, and what I'm about to share with you today is one of the key elements to this. And I'm chuckling because it's not easy. I'm going to tell you it's not easy, and yet it's the key. It's the key. All right, so I'm going to see if anybody's here live. If you are, please say hi. If you have any questions or comments while we're together, put them in the chat. If you are in the comments, yes, zooming a lot today, aren't we all? And if you're watching this on replay, please put in hashtag replay. If you have any questions or comments, put them in as well, and I will get back to them as soon as I see them. So let's get right to it. So today what we're going to talk about what that one thing is, and then why you must do it to be free, and then what does it take to stick with it? What does it take to stick with it? All right, so what's the one thing that you can't avoid in order to be free of limitation and access your true power? Well, the one thing you cannot avoid is to stop. So it's what you have to do. So you can't avoid this. It's what you have to do is you have to stop listening to thoughts. Yeah, stop listening to, stop believing your thoughts. We've been conditioned to pay attention to our thoughts. Things like, I am lazy, I'm tired, I'm not good enough, I'm a coach, I'm a mother, I'm a father, I'm a student. We have been taught to pay attention to all those thoughts, and most of our thoughts are related to how well we're doing, how well we're not doing, how well somebody else is doing, how well somebody else is not doing, on and on and on. Now, I'm not talking about the thoughts they're really different kinds of thoughts that say, don't cross the street right now. Okay, that's a legitimate thought. I'm talking about the thoughts that have to do with us. Another way to say that is self-referencing thoughts. And in the same, it's making out sound like it's self-referencing, but when we're thinking similar thoughts about other people, the reason they're self-referencing is because we're making ourselves usually better or worse than they are. If I'm saying, well, they're lazy, what am I doing? I'm saying, I'm comparing myself, I'm judging them. So that's the one thing that we cannot avoid doing if we want to be free and to want to access our true power. We cannot believe our thoughts. All right. So, and why you have to do it is, I think I just said it pretty much. Yeah. So if we identify with those things, you can hear how limiting they are. That's not who we are. We're none of those things. We are actually infinite potential, infinite beings. We have infinite access to this infinite universe. We are the infinite universe. Okay, that can seem a little strange to think that way, but most of us have a sense of there's something bigger than me. I'm part of something bigger than me. That's what I'm talking about. We can access that. That's available to us, and if we truly understand who we are, then we know that's just part of who we are, that it flows through us. But as long as we believe these limiting thoughts, we don't have that. We can't be free. So it's so requisite. All right, and then what does it take to stick with it? So you might remember the story of Ulysses and how he wanted to hear the sirens. And so what his shipmates did is they tied him to the mast, but he didn't have any earplugs in, and the shipmates put things in their ears, or however they did it back then, so that they could keep going, because if anybody heard the sirens, they were pulled to the sirens to their death. So, but Ulysses wanted to hear these sirens without dying, so that's why they tied him to the mast. And so our thoughts are similar to that with us. I mean, that's the feeling that they'll be so alluring. Like, I've got to listen to this thought. I have to believe this thought. I've got to do what the thought says. I need to feel bad the way the thought tells me to, or I need to take the next action in alignment with that. That's what happens, and that's how strong it is. That's how strong it is. When I wanted to fall in love with my mom, somehow I knew what I'm telling you right now. Over the years since then, I've realized what I was learning, what was coming to me, and that was one of the things, that I could not listen to any thoughts about her or my thoughts about me about her. And so, like, me in relationship to her, I had to. So when she would say something that would get on my nerves, let's say, I'd just stand there until my focus was so intent that I did not relate to those thoughts anymore. They weren't pulling me in. They weren't causing me emotional suffering. I was just truly present, truly not in the skill presence thing. I'm not talking about that, but I was so truly not listening to these. But then my body relaxed, an opening occurred, and I felt my heart open to my mom. And that's how I fell in love with her, sticking with it, sticking with it, sticking with it. And then the other thing that it takes to stick with it, and as part of what you must do to be free, you can't give in to it. You just can't. It's like an alcoholic. I'll just have a drink today. Well, and then it doesn't end, because now I've had another drink today, and then another drink tomorrow, and 10 drinks the next day. So because I wanted to a time or two, just this time I'll say something back to my mom. Just this time I'll say it. But then I knew, well, what am I going to do? I would start all over. At some point, I was going to be so clear that I wasn't going to get caught up in my thoughts, because it's not going to happen on its own. We have to want it so badly. So what it takes is resolve. It takes that, I used to call it, feels like I'm in a straitjacket, because I just not let myself respond and stay and just focus my attention. So that's what you do. You relax your attention away from the thoughts. Relax the attention away from the thoughts. And I was so focused on that the thoughts, then I didn't notice the thoughts after a while. I was freed up. My heart was open again, and I could feel that love. Now, it took a while because of the conditioning for me to really feel the love. I mean, it took months, but I finally did. Felt madly in love with my mom. So that's what's possible, but that's what it takes. So the one thing is, you can't listen to your thoughts. Can't listen to them, can't believe them. And why you must do it? Because they are limiting, and they're going to limit you with whatever you want. They're going to tell you, the thoughts are going to tell you things that are actually, that's why you don't have what it is you say that you want. And then what it takes to stick with it is resolve, and you just have to stick with it. This is one of the places that the Nike saying, just do it, it does apply. Just do it. There's just no way around it. No giving in. You give in, starting all over, which that's fine too. So if you give in, you start all over. Again, you don't listen to any thoughts that says you're a loser because you did that. You don't listen to any thoughts. So you didn't do it, start over. It's okay. All right, I'll see if I have any thoughts or comments. And all right. So thank you for being with me today, and for watching this video. I do want to let you know I have a free workshop on this subject where you go through some exercises and some more explanation. You can ask questions because it's on Zoom, and it's September the 26th at 11:30, from 11:30 to 1 Central, and it's on this topic, how to free ourselves, and then what gets us stuck, and then how do we get unstuck. So we go deeper into some more distinctions around all this and the phenomena of being stuck and not being free. Okay, but today, don't listen to your thoughts, don't believe your thoughts.